move on to what's been going on with Ukraine and Russia. As everybody will know by now, yesterday, Ukraine carried out Operation Spiderweb, a drone attack on Russian military aircraft. The Ukrainian claim is that $7 billion of damage was done. The Ukrainian intelligence service, the SBU, also claims that the operation took 18 months to organize, with dozens of small drones smuggled into Russia and launched remotely from various locations across Russia. They're saying that they kept these things in the backs of vans, in sheds, and in forest and so on. They claim that they hit 40 of the 120 strategic bombers which Russia has. They say that there were 4 types of strategic bomber hit, and they are trying to claim that some are no longer in production, so that the Russians are going to have a difficult time to repair and replace them. Now, on the other hand, the two majors Telegram channel, which is a pro-Russian channel, reported that the Ukrainian campaign, which besides the drone attacks included blowing up railway tracks, continued in the evening when, quotes, the Russian defense military reported that 53 drones had been shot down. At night, fragments of downed drones caused damage and fires in private and apartment buildings in the Kursk region. That was according to the acting governor, and they went on to say that footage of nighttime arrivals in Lipetsk, Voronezh, and Ryazan regions is circulating. And they also published a statement from the Russian Defense Ministry saying that Russian air defenses had shot down 162 Ukrainian drones, including 57 over the Kursk region, 31 over Belgorod, and smaller numbers over several other regions. Now, as for Operation Spiderweb, as they're calling it itself, Zelensky called it a brilliant operation, which was, quotes, aimed exclusively at military targets, specifically the equipment used in strikes against Ukraine. And that was said during his nightly speech last night. The usual suspects then crawled out from under whatever rock they've been hiding to crow about the success. There's Boris Johnson, for example. And the question for me is, what now? So today was supposed to be a day of peace negotiations in Istanbul. Reports so far say that this meeting is going ahead and that Russia is going to present its peace memorandum, which Putin is said to have told Trump about during their telephone call a few weeks ago. There's no doubt that Russia is likely to retaliate for this, and the question then is how. The two majors Telegram channel said, quotes, the destruction of our nuclear weapons carriers is an attack on Russia's strategic defense, an attempt to reduce our nuclear power. And they went on to say Kiev must be destroyed as a demonstration. Well, the first part of that, at least, is pretty accurate. Now, the question is, will the Russians choose to use Oreshnik once again? This is their hypersonic missiles, which they demonstrated so effectively some time ago. And although this is being pumped up as a massive propaganda coup for Zelensky, for sure it was not Zelensky's plan, contrary to the mainstream narrative. Ukraine has needed the support of the UK and critically the USA from the beginning, really, and particularly for targeting. And the question then is, what risk does this operation require us to carry in Britain and in the United States and in the EU? I'm pretty sure that Britain would love to see some kind of response from Russia which targets the West. That would enable emergency powers to be invoked immediately. And we've got to remember, we had confirmation just a few days ago from at least one senior politician here in the UK that Ukraine is a proxy for so-called Western governments. Now, I know we showed this on Wednesday. I think it's important that we remind ourselves what Kemi Badenoch said in this comment to Sky News. Let's have a listen.
Earlier this week, the Prime Minister joined with Mr. Macron and Mr. Carney in criticising Israel. Mr. Netanyahu responded by accusing him of supporting murderers, rapists, and baby killers. Was the Israeli leader right to say that?
Well, I think the first thing to say on this issue is that if Hamas is praising your actions, you've probably done something wrong. What he has said, he sees
people
this.
need to know where you stand.
Yeah, but I've been very clear where I stand. Hamas is a terrorist group. They are not our friends.
I'm talking about what
Trevor,
you think about the Israelis'
Yes, but it's all related. Who funds Hamas? Iran. An enemy of this country. An enemy of this country. Israel is fighting a proxy war on behalf of the UK, just like Ukraine is on behalf of the Western Europe against Russia.
Now, Ben, you haven't had a chance to comment on this, so it'd be interesting in your thoughts on it. But I mean, that is a fairly clear statement. I know that many commentators, including ourselves, have been making this point for a very long time now, but we have not heard this kind of language from any kind of mainstream voice, whether it's the media or a politician or whatever. And no matter how badly hurting the Conservative Party is from the onslaught from Reform at the moment, the fact of the matter is they are the main opposition party in this country, and so therefore she is effectively the shadow Prime Minister.
Indeed, she is. Yeah, I mean, it's an incredibly honest thing for her to say. You know, it was, and it didn't appear to be a slip. I mean, she didn't back off the statement at any point, and you know, I guess it just, frankly, makes it all the more difficult to understand what's actually going on at that upper level. You know, because we get a lot of people saying, "Oh, well, it's Mossad in Israel who are behind everything," and then she's there saying, "Well, actually, they're fighting a proxy war for us." You know, so you know what is actually happening up there is it's incredibly difficult to say.
It is indeed. Well, look, you know, let's